What's up, everybody? Back again. This video, we're just gonna go over some things that I like to keep on my boat, just for the what ifs, in case of emergency, in case something breaks. Good stuff to have on your boat. You know, like from a mechanic's point of view. I'm not a boat mechanic by any means. I've been working on them though since I could pretty much turn a wrench. So we'll go over a few things. We'll start off. I got like some of these stuff is required by Coast Guard, like for daytime signal. You can use a mirror. Have a can of this. I don't put the horn on it till time to use, because some of them leak. I carry test lights, simple test lights, 12 volts. Always check, make sure they work before you put them in the boat, because you don't want to find out when the time goes that you got to use it and that doesn't work out for you. They got these little sticks that you could use to start the engine. Wrap string around. If you don't know how to do that, you might want to look up a video for your engine. And I usually got a couple of those strings with the handles. I carry at least 2 of them, because these do dry rot over time and break, and then that doesn't do you any good. So extra pieces of fuel lines. I always keep a set of plugs. We got some glow sticks on here. What else? We got hose clamps. And this thing, you can join 2 hoses together. This is more like for a heater hose. I think I got some in here too for like 5/16 fuel line. Battery terminal cleaners. You never know, right? I usually keep different stuff like this. You join 2 fuel lines together. In case you get your water separator gets clogged, you don't have an extra one, you can bypass it with that. 2 hose clamps. If your battery dies on your, let's say your engine batteries, I carry jumping cables that reach from my 24 volt trolley motor batteries that'll reach to the engine batteries. You just disconnect one of the wires off the battery, the pair that I ran in, I think, series. You take one of them off, and then it makes one of those batteries 12 volt. Then you can take a jumping cables and jump from that to your engine batteries, and that'll jump that. And that's if you don't have a jump box. I have a jump box too, but if that's dead, you know, backup for a backup. Navigation lights. Here's a clip-on one you can put on the front of your boat. I usually change the batteries in this every year. Probably overkill, but I'd rather be, batteries are cheap. See, this one actually still works. And I keep it in a bag just to help keep the moisture out of it. Carry some extra pliers, hose clamps, zip ties, all different lengths, because zip ties are great. Spark plug sockets. Make sure they fit the size that you need on your engine. Extra spark plugs. Doesn't hurt to have. Jumping wires. I always have some jumping wires. Jumping wire, I always carry a multimeter with me as well. If you don't know how to use one, well, it could be a useful tool for you. But I usually I got some extra bilge pumps. I got 2 of them. I usually keep a couple of dry boxes, so one of them I usually try to keep all the tools in it. Sorry, I'm trying to film and do this at the same time, so just bear with me here. Put some of this stuff back in because it's starting to sprinkle. There's a strap for something, I'm not quite sure, but like MacGyver, you might need it for something one day, you never know. The mirror. Alright, I got this old jug. This actually came with my boat, and it has some useful items in it. Let's say we got one of those emergency blankets in there, a torch, aka flashlight. We got a whistle, good for distress signals. A little thing you can put on a hose for the wash down. Yeah, so I don't even know what half this stuff is in here. I know the emergency blanket's good, like if you get cold or something at night. Not quite sure what this is. Anybody know what this is? I ain't got a clue. But let me know down in the comments if you know what this is. If it's in here, it might be important. Who knows? Put all that back in there. Keep it dry. Also, flares are good. Sorry, you can't hear me here. You also want to make sure you carry flares. Nighttime, it's a must-have. I even keep some of my, older ones here too. These are like the ones that are like gun style from Orion. And also, I got these brand new. I think these come with the flag. These are probably expired too now. 2024 expires in February 2024. Yep. So these are my other old ones. I should probably throw some of these away since I got new ones. And frog suits, good for when you get into some bad weather. I always keep I usually got at least 2 people on board at all times. So I try to make sure that we got at least that. I have some dry clothes with me as well in case you get into some weather. First aid kit is a good thing to have. I actually carry 2 of those. I got a bigger one. I have a bigger one and a smaller one. I keep one in the console. I'll keep a bigger one in the front storage compartment, because I mean, you can't have too much of that. Something goes south, you know, you got stuff to make tourniquet if somebody gets hurt. I actually got a spare anchor, which I probably don't need, but you never know. You need I have a Cajun anchor and a push pole. Cajun anchor I haven't really used since I got power poles, but it does help sometimes. If your batteries are dead and you need to stay in one location. An oar also is a good thing to have. It's starting to sprinkle on me out here. But yeah, collapsible oar like this one from Atwood, you could probably get from like Walmart or your local boat place, and it extends out in case you got a real home. Like if you don't have sea tow or towing. It's starting to rain on me here. Bear with me. So I got the center console. I want to check in there so we can kind of go over before. So making sure your battery terminals are clean, corrosion, make sure all that stuff's clean. Two-way radio, two-way radio, emergency radio, channel 16, your Coast Guard, good to have. I've used solar panels for battery tenders. You can get 12-volt ones, good for charging up your engine batteries when out on the water. They got suction cups, they're cheap. I keep casting that in case I need to catch some live bait. I also carry batteries, brand new, because everything has batteries on this boat. It seems like you got D batteries, double A's, triple A's. Some of them need from the remotes, you know. It's good to have. I also like to check all the grease points on the engine where they have Zerk fittings. Check your fuel lines, look for cracks. There's all kinds of stuff that, you know, on these boats that people just buy it, go throw it in the water without going through it and checking it. It's like skydiving. You go skydiving, you want to check your chute before you go. So there's many things that are very important, you know, when you do this kind of stuff. Airplanes. Also your safety lanyard. It goes around your this one I got goes around my wrist for your emergency kill switch. And this one's very comfortable. I wear it all the time. And it's a great thing in case you fall overboard. Your boat won't leave you hanging. What else? Fire extinguishers, push poles. In case y'all don't know what a push pole is, that's a push pole. I usually have a like a cold drink koozie on the end of it, but I used it last time, so now it's getting rusted. I might have to put it in my little blast cabinet, blast it, and put some epoxy on it so it'll kill that rust, because if not, it won't be good by the next time I go use it. It'll just be toasted. Alright, well, that'll be about enough for this video. Leave a comment down in the comment section if you have any suggestions or anything that I might have not touched on that could be helpful or useful to other boaters, new boaters, old boaters. I mean, we always open to learn something new. I'm a human, I don't know everything, so, you know, I'm just trying to help out everybody that is, you know, enjoying some fishing like everybody in South Louisiana, or any part of Louisiana for that matter. But also, before I forget, it's good to have these on board for anything on the boat. Holding fishing rods down. Can't forget peroxide. I have a rubbing alcohol, and then we got some of this Victoria's Secret Amber Romance. Have you smelling like a stinky flower, but it helps with the bugs. And it has some Swamp Gator stuff I've been using for bug spray. Works real good. Some G juice for my live well. 3-in-1 oil. A spare prop. Make sure it does fit your boat. Extra cotter pins, the stainless steel ones. Paper towels, toilet paper, all your boat registration. What else I keep in here? And I always check your batteries too. I check them before I put a charger on them. Make sure that I'm not getting a drop it in volts. I don't have no drains on the battery. Alright, and I believe that's about it for now. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.